Alright guys, so before you actually started, I'm actually going to tell you a few things. I forgot to tell you on the first video, if you're here from part 1, long story short, if you have a noise coming from your transmission, when you're in neutral, it's not going to be your release bearing. It's actually going to be your input shaft bearing. That's actually in the transmission where the gears are at. That bearing is actually constantly moving when you don't have anything engaged. That's the main reason when you put it in first gear or any gear or in reverse, whatever, it makes no sound. But the moment that you put it in neutral, you hear it. So if you're having that problem, the sound sounds like this video right here.
Clutch in, runs fine. Clutch out, and once more.
Now you heard it. Does that sound like your car, like your TC, or like any other car that you have? Because constantly on a manual transmission, if that bearing goes bad and you're in neutral, it's gonna make that noise. Also guys, I forgot to show you how to take off the passenger side CV axle, so we're gonna start right there. And also guys, I actually forgot how, I didn't forget how, but I forgot to teach you guys or showed you guys how to take the slave cylinder in from where. Right, I'm gonna show you right now. That's where we're gonna start it actually. And so you guys can take that off. It's gonna be, shoot dude, I'm not sure if it's a 10 or a 12 millimeter wrench. You know the ones with a little hook? They're like this, and then there's like round. No, well, don't blame me, blood. Don't blame. Hold on, I'll do the research. Okay, so it's actually called a wrench, guys. My bad. Your boy lacking. Your boy know how to take apart transmission, put it all together, but I don't know what the name of the tools are. Sauce. But anyways, guys, yeah, we're gonna start up with that, so I can show you guys. Literally, you take off the ones closest to the transmission. So there's a little link that goes into the transmission, so we're gonna take that off. I'm gonna show you there's gonna be no sound, I'm sorry. And then yeah, so anyways, at the end of the video guys, I'm not gonna show you how to do the transmission, like add the transmission fluid or bleed your clutch. I'm actually gonna do that in a separate video, so please don't turn on your engine after you're done with that. Don't turn it on. There's literally no oil in there. You're gonna burn it off and then you're gonna have to take it off again. So please do not. But anyways, let's get to it guys. I hope I helped you on the last video. Any questions, please leave a comment below. I will answer them no matter when, no matter what. I will answer it. If I don't know, I will actually go out and learn, and if I find a video that helps you, I will link it to you. And yeah, pretty much. So let's get rolling. Alright guys, when you're down here and taking the right side, the right CV axle, make sure to take 2 bolts off. This is like a bracket, or yeah, like a bracket, and we're gonna take this one off, and there's literally one on top, like literally straight to it, like vertically to it. There's another one over here. We're gonna take that off. This is I believe it's a 15. Alright guys, like I was saying, we want to take these off. This one's vertically on top of here. There's another one. We're gonna take that off, and we're actually gonna pry off the, let's see if I can see. Oh my bad, my whole mic came off. Yeah, right there guys, as you can see, we're gonna pry that off with a pry bar. It should be pretty easy. This side should be pretty easy. We just take those off, and the whole thing should be able to come off. So that bolt is a 15 millimeter guys, so let's take that off. I'm sorry that I can't record down here, but it's so spaced. But if you got any questions, just remember to ask me on the comments and I got you, or if any problems that you have. So yeah, let's take this off guys. Alright guys, so we're gonna, after you take the CV axle off, we're gonna take the ball joint off. Make sure to take this little clip off and just untwist it, and that is gonna be right here. It's gonna be right here guys. So then you just put like a piece of wood, smack it down, and it should come out. And let's put this pin right here so we don't lose it. And that's off. We also want to take the sway bar link out. So it's pretty easy. I mean, you just have a nut right here. Just have a nut right there. I'm sorry that I didn't show you guys, but that goes in there. You take the nut off, you can pop it out, and you should be good. Because what we're gonna be doing is dropping the subframe off. So I'm gonna tell you the stuff that you need to take out. So the first thing that you're gonna take off is this right here. This right there. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, and then this one is actually connected to the rack and pinion. It's a nut, so you're gonna have to hold it up here. I don't know if it can focus. You have to take this nut off right here. Hold it with the wrench out here because you don't have a ratchet to actually, you know, go back and forth. So put one up there. Put one up there, and then come down here and loosen this nut out. So let me see what size they are. That one, this one, and this one. This is literally next to the control arm. That's the control arm right there, as you can see. So these are size 17, and the actual nut down here, it's a 19. So we're gonna go up here, same size. So put something on here, a ratchet. A wrench, my bad. Hold it still and then break this loose with your ratchet. Anyways, after that, guys, we're gonna take these two off right here. Look where they're at, right there. So this subframe connects to the front end of the car. Let me show you right quick. Just remember those 2 bolts. So those 2 bolts, guys, they're right here. They're right there. Those are also 17. You just got to take the bottom off. So take those off. And also this part right here so the subframe can drop. These are 3 bolts. They're next to the ones that I was telling you, the 4. We're not going to take the control arm. We don't need to do that. That's just extra work for you. We're going to take these bolts. So there's 3. One right here that connects us to the actual car or the frame of the car. The one to the subframe, and another one to the other side of the car, or to the frame technically. So you got 3. These are size 19. Yeah, so as you can see, this one is the one that I told you, the one with 4 and the rack and pinion nut right there, as you see. And next to it, on the left side of the driver's side, there's 2 bolts right here. These 2 bolts are connecting, these 2 bolts and 2 nuts in there. I'm not sure if you can tell. I really doubt that you can. There's 2 nuts in there, and we're gonna take off the back transmission mount. So we're gonna do that, guys. Look, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to show you, but I'm sorry for the quality. So right here, guys, this is the transmission mount. We want to take that off. Alright, guys, so I'm on the other side, and I took these off. As you can see, took the one over there off, and I took the piece that's holding this right there, and this bolt right there. As you can see, that one, this one is connected to the top right side of the rack and pinion. So this is what keeps the rack and pinion on. We have to take that off because we don't want to take the whole drive shaft off. So this is going to be hanging. This whole thing is going to be hanging while we drop this one, the subframe, off. And yeah, pretty much it. So this is the same size as the other rack and pinion. It's a 19. And just do the same thing. Use a wrench and a ratchet, and you can unbolt this bolt right here. So we're good. And after that, guys, you're gonna have to take this part off too. The 2 bolts right there. I'm not sure if you, same on the other side like I just showed you. And this bolt, this big bolt right here. Look, this big bolt.
this is a 19 and it's actually connected to the car. This is the brake line, the strut. So it's like a big tube. So it's a 19 millimeters as well. We're gonna take this one off and the one on the other side. So make sure to jack up your subframe so it doesn't drop to the floor. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm sorry that I can't show you guys, but I literally need all my hands and a jack to be able to take this down. So let's get it. All right, guys. After you done dropped everything, we also have to take this part off right here. This right here, because this is interfering with the transmission part. Actually, there's some bolts down here too. So let's get those out. It's a 17 millimeter, guys. Alright guys, now that the transmission and the motor is supported, we're going to take off the bolts of the two remaining, what's it called, mounts. And yeah, that's it. We're going to take this bolt off right here, separated from the whole thing. And then we're going to take off, 3 bolts. They're attached to the transmission. Not sure if you can see. So there's gonna be one right here, one below that, and one below. I'm using a wrench or a ratchet. And there we go, guys. That mount is off. The only one we got right here is this one. This one right here. We're gonna use a 14 millimeter wrench and take this bolt off right here, so we can get this one stuck and then, you know, get that off. Alright guys, we're just gonna do this right here. So we're gonna take the actual mount off. These 2 bolts is probably a 17. Let me see.
Did I mess up your video?
Oh no, you good. There's a 17, guys, so let's get it. Alright guys, so we took the transmission mount off. Now we're taking this thing off. And then we're gonna take those off, guys, so we can take the mount bracket off. Okay guys, so for the smaller bolts, you're gonna use a 14. I'm using this mechanical one because it's easier. There's just a bunch around the transmission up here on top. This one's a different size. I believe it's a 16 or a 17. And check that one and that one. Those are different sizes. There's another one at the bottom, and there's some behind that you connect from the back, so from underneath. So right there, guys. I'm not sure if you can see it. Right here. There's one right here. So you're technically connecting the engine into the transmission from behind. So take those off. Should be good. And yeah, let's get it. Let's get it going. Alright guys, so the transmission is off. We jacked it down thanks to Cat coming in clutch. And yeah, we just gotta take it off and we're done. Alright guys, so I decided to pull the transmission out here so I can work on it, put some leverage on it and take that off right quick. So let's get it. But first we're gonna take this off right here, which is this is where the slave cylinder was. So we're gonna take this off, probably with a 10 or a 12 wrench or ratchet, you know what I'm talking about. And we're gonna take these 12 millimeter bolts off so we don't have trouble doing this right here after we take it off. So let's get it.
I'm just messing with
Couple layers. Alright guys, this is the old one. And this is the new one. So I'll take this off right quick. Just for the oil. Now we're gonna put it in. Before you put it in, make sure to put a little bit of grease on it. A decent amount, you know, not a lot. I'm gonna take this off. Put some in there. Put the new one in there. Alright guys, so we don't know the torque spec, but we're gonna do a half of a turn, okay? Would that be half of a turn? Alright guys, so what's up? You guys don't know because I mean of course we cut the video, but it's been almost a month or two since we actually worked on the car. Long story short, we took it off for one simple reason, and that was to fix the, what's it called? I forgot what it was called. You guys know what it's called, but it's gonna be right here. But it was actually one of the bearings from the input shaft. I'm gonna play a video right quick. This is not my video, this is not my footage. If your car sounds like this, a 2011 Scion TC, if it sounds like this, if it sounds like that, guys, it's gonna be your input shaft bearing. So your input shaft bearing, technically, when it's on neutral, that bearing keeps spinning to keep everything rolling. Long story short, I took the transmission off, and I personally cannot press the bearing out. So I decided to get the front, the back for the input and the output shaft. And I got those bearings. So I installed 4 bearings. You don't have to. You only have to do I believe the front, yeah, the front input shaft bearing, because usually that goes bad. But anyways, guys, yeah, so right now we're technically tying everything up. We're putting everything back, and yeah, we're just gonna show you a little bit of B-roll, and yeah, until we get everything back together. So let's get it. Alright guys, quick tip. So when you're doing the transmission, right? Oh my god, the lighting is terrible. But anyways, what helped me out a lot, guys, was I put my transmission on the jack with a board on it. I slid it in there. I moved this to the side, got it in there, jacked it up, and I kind of had to pick it up and put it into the, you know, in place. And then I started putting in the bolts of the transmission, so the gap between the engine and, you know, the tranny would not be that bad. So now we're just gonna be tying the bolts, and literally we're gonna be putting everything together, guys. So let's get it. Alright guys, well that is it. I hoped I helped you in some sort of way. Long story short, guys, I mean, anyone can do this. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you put your heart into it, and just little by little you're learning experiences, and you're gonna learn how to do certain stuff and how to take certain bolts off that don't want to come off, and how to get to those bolts that you seem almost impossible to get to. And yeah, I mean, that's it, guys. Main reason I am not starting the car up for you guys is because I am gonna do another video, actually 2 videos, about flushing the, what's it called, flushing the clutch and the brakes, because the brake fluid is actually connected to both of them at the same time. So we're gonna do that on another video. Be prepared for it. And also how to refuel or just put oil on your transmission. So I'm gonna give you some tips on that, on what to use if you don't want to use some expensive stuff. We can't get the cheap stuff, so we can actually pour it in there the proper way. And I was seeing something, as you guys see here, guys, this bushing is done for. This one, and also I believe the sway bar link. Where's it at? Let me pull it out. Oh my god, hold up, give me a second. Alright guys, so as you can see, this whole rubber part is done on the sway bar link. So we're going to be replacing those. And we're also going to be replacing the struts. Alright guys, so before I let you guys go, and I'm going to give you a quick tip. Make sure to change the seals, the CV axle seals. Always do that. Also remember to put transmission grease on it, and on the actual CV axle, the teeth of it. So let me show you. Alright guys, so we got this right here, some grease, and we're actually gonna put it on these teeth. Look, on these, oh shoot, on this right here, guys. So the part that goes into the actual transmission, that's where we're gonna put some at least. And yeah, pretty much, you know, guys, that's it. Yeah guys, that is it. I'm not gonna put everything together. I'm not gonna show you guys that because I still have 2 more projects to do, and that would just take too long for me to post this video, and that would literally delay a lot of people from doing a certain thing because they get discouraged or something. One thing, guys, I am, like I told you guys, I am doing the sway bar links, and the other, I forgot what it was called, the tie rod ends. We're gonna do those. And yeah, if you want to see that on a Scion TC, it's mostly the same thing on several cars, on several manufacturers, just a little different on the bolts and stuff like that. So I feel like that should help you guys out. And yeah, pretty much. So alright guys, hope you liked it, and that is it. Deuces.